and work through each problem for you. This right here is 46A here. Okay, so in the problem it says here that you should have 5 grams of each reactant. So that'd be 5.00 here, 5.00 there, and then it wants to know the number of grams for each of the products. Okay, now I went ahead and did a little pre-addition here, and I added up all these things. This would be 32.07, this would be 98.08. Make sure you go through the practice yourself of adding everything up. That way it actually sticks for you there. I've also, as you notice, went ahead and balanced it. Make sure you practice balancing. You're going to need to be able to do that for the test too. Yeah, feel free to pause my video or videos, any of the ones you watch, and try the section yourself, and then move on to the next one, and so on. Okay, so I'll run it through the first calculator here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the gram. Remember, when you go grams to moles, you go grams divided by molar mass. So I go 5 divided by 32.07, and it's coming out of my calculator at 0.1. And I need three sig figs, so 0.156, it looks like, okay? And I'll do the same right here, which would be 5 divided by 98.08, and that would give me 0.0510 after I round it, 10. Okay, now, the next thing you do, remember, since you have 2 reactants here, you need to figure out which one's limiting. So I'm going to add that third limit row. Most of you guys probably already did. But the way you know you need that third limit row is if it gives you all the reactants, you know you need to figure out which one's limiting. So you take the moles and you divide it by the coefficient above it. So this divided by 1 is obviously the same thing. Okay, this one's going to be a little bit trickier. So I'm going to go the 0.5, and then I'm going to divide that by 2. And I'm going to end up with, so I take this and divide it by the coefficient, and I end up with a very tiny number, which is 0.0255 or something like that. The goal here is to figure out which one's limiting, and this is the smaller number, so this is limiting. So when I continue forward, I'm going to use this one right here when moving forward, because that's the limiting one, H2SO4. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to go 0.0510. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and divide that by the 2 and multiply that by 3, divided by 2 times 3, and I'm going to end up with 0.0765. Okay, sorry about it going in and out of focus apparently. And then I will also do the same thing there, and I'll do divided by 2 and times 2. And that will end up with the exact same number. So 0.0510. So the final step here is you take moles and you multiply moles times mass. So 0.0765 times 64.07, and that gives me 4.90, and then I go here and I go 0.0510, and this one right here times the 18, and times 18, and that gives me 18.02, and ends up being 0.919. Now, just double checking here, this makes logical sense. Something's weird here. Okay, 46. No, that's right. That is right. Okay. So there's our final answer. If you have any questions, yeah, maybe we'll get a chance to talk during class.